there are a little different between the people believe about maker between the U.S. and the people in the Asia. Maker movement become very hard in the past 2 years because in Asia many country or local government promote maker, link it with the entrepreneurship very strongly. But no matter many makers in U.S. want to build things just for fun or as a hobby, there are people in Asia or also many other places that want to make something and then eventually become a product, like got help from that company. People believe maker education is very important. So let's introduce the next speaker. Dr. Cao actually began as an engineer. He had been engineer in Germany, be engineer in Silicon Valley. Then 2009, he decided to go back to China and helping the maker education over there. In this year, he built actually 200 maker classroom all over the mainland China. So he will introduce you the major maker education happening in China and also tell you something about the maker movement happening over there. Let's welcome Dr. Cao.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my great pleasure to talking about building future makerspace for K-12 schools. Especially, I'm very glad to share about my experience that's in China and also in comparison with USA because my family is in USA. And when we talk about the make movement or make space, we should face our challenge nowadays. The most challenge in our life is one word: change. We are changing fast. We are speeding up. So when we go back to the story, history, we look at the human mix step. So normally it's shown as the human history, and I change it to the make step because in this build, every step is make some product. But at a very early, at the Stone Age, we human beings played for 2 million years only with stone. They comes with only a stone play. And after 2 million years, the human being tried to find something, a new tool. Same kind of tool that's made from silver, iron, gold, something. This for what? For 4,000 years, human beings play with this kind of tools. After these tools, this kind of so-called farm, then we go to the industry. So suddenly we build a machine, we build a steam engine, we build a car. And how long it takes? It takes us 200 years. And the first car introduced in Germany until now is less than 200 years. After human beings get the machine, they think, oh, we're now thinking about to build something more sophisticated. What comes? So happy we are in the Computer History Museum. You know the first computer, which time it's made? Is in 1946. The 4-ton or several-ton and large building machine. This how many years? 70 years. Only 17 years. We work as a computer. So for 2 million years, we moved to 4,000 years with tools and 200 years with machine, now 70 years with computer. What's we are moving now? Which is current age? Oh, always move too fast. Huh? We are going into this age. The age opened by Steve Jobs. The age is innovative, creative, arts, and design. Actually, with the Facebook, and with Twitter, with WeChat communication. So this shows Steve Jobs, at the first launch of iPad, he told us the secret for a company. He told the reasons that Apple is able to create products like iPad is because we always try to be at the intersection of technology and liberal arts, and to be able to get the best of them. Much more, just in 2011, before his death, and he said more deeply about the secret. It's in Apple's DNA that technology alone is not enough. It's technology married with liberal arts and married with the humanity that makes our hearts sing. So first time it said us, technology alone is not enough. So as education, we should see the education, the final result is educate, train our mind and brain. What's our brain construct? What's our brain function? This secret was discovered by Dr. Sperry Roach in 1981 for his Nobel Prize. He said that the brain has separate function. The early day, the function, maybe it's left brain. Nowadays, we go to whole mind. The right brain will control the future. This was told by Daniel Pink. It's very famous, the visionary in the future. He said the future belongs to a different kind of person with a different kind of mind. Artists, inventors, storytellers, and the right brain thinker. This is, I think, what our maker have to be. And this is the knowledge we need to teach our kids. And we need to teach our kids listen not to be the slave of computer. When I look at my own kids, they play all day long with the iPad. They play all day long with the game. Almost I found they are becoming the slave of the future. I'm so afraid. So we should be the master of the future, and we should be control all the electronic systems. So this is why I think the education and our make movement, the goal. And based on this theory, in reality, in our society, we can see the make fair. The Dale has talked about make fair. I'm very happy that he introduced the make fair in America and in the whole world. Yeah. President Obama said this last year, he said, today's DIY is tomorrow's made in America. This is the political say, and the society say, or the all industry say, this is the make fair, maker, and a movement. And in the same time, in China, we can see the Prime Minister, the Li Keqiang, just last year in March, he said, he announced, or he called up everyone to be an entrepreneur and innovator. So the whole China is now is crazy for maker. But in the reality, is they don't know how to spread. Yeah. For the spread, for the future, we have to make the make movement or make this idea into our education system, because the maker is for the future, not only for recent world. So in America, every case we know where parents, they introduced the Common Core system. The core idea of the Common Core system is because over 65% of our grade students will be applying for jobs that haven't been invented now. And the economic places the heavy value on broad knowledge and skills. And the current education system, we cannot afford it. So the future education should train our kids have such 4C capability. First, creativity, innovation. And the second, critical thinking, problem solving. Third, they should have to learn how to collaborate, how to become leadership. And they should have a very strong information collection skill and communication to face the big data age. What's happening in China? So it's the same. Because the whole Chinese education system is examination-based system over hundreds of years. Now they think we need really to make the change from only care about code score, because they only know about score. Every family just some score, to care about living life, my personality as a person. So this is also the make movement should be, the spirit is who I am. I need to know who I am. The education system should teach the kids to discover himself, to liberate himself, and finally to beyond himself. So this is one. So this is a way I'm very proud or very happy or very excited to one event. This is event that we have made within the under 2 days. We made at 2 nations. The world has become small. Last year, on June 15, one of our team is make a show in Beijing. We showed a Mongolia yurt. You know the Mongolia, if the farmer on the outside field, Mongolia yurt, they don't have, we have built the weather station, so the kids can build a weather station, have remote security system. Even the wolf is attached to the Mongolia yurt in the night. It will check the alarm and frighten the wolf, and they were gone. Even the fire, even anything, the storm comes. So the Chinese Vice Prime Minister, Liu Yandong, she is in charge for Chinese education, is visited our Mongolia yurt. In the same day, we have showed a young maker team at Make Fair in San Mateo last year. So this makes us connect together. In USA, we have the make spirit. In China, the people need this knowledge, need this spirit here. In reality, it's not so happy in China. When we talk about the make movement, when we move into the 21st century, but in China, they are still stay 100 years ago. Maybe the same when I was at school 50 years ago or 40 years ago. They are still fighting, bloody fighting for the 100 days in order to enter the best university. This is the picture you can see on the web. And they are still with a lot of suffering for 100 days in order to have no regret in the future because they want to fight into the university. And more walls. The school even built high walls for what? To prevent the stressed students from suicide. But when you look at the picture, please don't think this is far, far away from us. This just happened last year in April. Within half a year, 2 high school students killed themselves. But the greater view that people will see is other picture. Because the high school students, in only one small high school, they can make so big a show. I think this is the make show, but the spirit is totally different here. The live show is for the 100 days. There's something like a joke here. So I think when I was in China, I think we should build something special to solve the problem, to make people, bring people get into the real life. So I think look at the schools. I think the most thing we should to do in the school, only one product, is the classroom. We should totally change the classroom. Even from the desks and the chairs, from the teachers, from the books, from the materials, from the whole curriculums. So the above side, two side is the model we design. We should change the environment. And the behind two is the real classroom we have built. You will see the desk chairs is all made DIY. The students assemble desk chairs by themselves. You will see the surface is transparent. Why? Because we need to put the iPad computer underneath so the students can look through the table and into the computer. And on the surface, they can do the hands-on DIY work. So increase the space, doubled. This is the idea. So we should, in the classroom, we should combine the Chinese history, liberal arts, together with the future robot, space age, into a classroom is thinking is colorful and transparent. This is our idea, and we build it. We move step after step, beginning from 2009. We spent 2 years on the research on the Chinese education system. So we first built 2 demo classes. I taught the middle school and the elementary school for 1 year in China. Then in 2010, we get 1 small district, 5 schools. Then in 2011, we doubled. Until now, we get more than 200 schools all over China, over 20 provinces. And this kind of school just as the seed in China, because this is a demo, this is a model. Introduce people with a totally new classroom. Inside classroom, we have the new education system and a new textbook. This is all related, as I said, to the maker spirit. What is inside the classroom? When we look at the future, we need to find the technology, make the kids can face the future. We chose the technology called Internet of Things because this technology related to our daily life, even smart home, home security, health, sports, fitness, you can game, and also we have the medicine, all related, even with the traffic control, everything can be used Internet of Things, this technology. And second, we think, what's the idea we should bring into this classroom? So we think we take 3P, this education model. What is 3P? When we look at the Chinese education system or American education system, every education system has a major problem they want to face. It's building the bridge between classroom and real life. So we combine this one, introduce the product-based learning to link the classroom into the real life. How to link it? With passion. Because we found in China, in the classroom, with the education comes when the kids learn. First year, maybe they have the high passion, oh, I want to learn. But with the time goes, they lost passion. If the people lost passion, he don't have the future. So as the maker, I think the fundamental is maker has the passion to DIY his work, to do he loves to do what kind of product. So the passion is very important to introduce into our classroom. So product, passion, and the third one is models. Project, teamwork. In China, examination-based system is always individual, camp, fighting against each other. Now we should find a way to communicate, to cooperate, to collaborate with each other to build a product. So in this 3P, there's one thing is we need to introduce. Because education should be equal, we want to find a model fit for everyone, even the girls. How to do it? Because product design need the mind from the girls and the boys, because they will think different. So we are combining a team with boys, girls, and first with the starting story, invention, where, why, and how we stand now. We use computer, the inventor story as the passion, to inspire the kids. The second, we build a team to design. The team is half boy, half girl. Some of my friends told me, oh, this is good. Yeah, you planted a love seed into his childhood. When they grow up nowadays, the dating is so difficult. Yeah, they may find, oh, my masterpiece, the first piece is maybe my boyfriend or girlfriend. They make the call when they 20 years later. Yeah, you are right. But the major thing is product need two different minds, boys and girls. And sell and buying. Also, women will buy more than men. Yeah, this is one. So you see, third part, we give the presentation. The kids need to present their product, need to present, need to write in a liberal arts, in advertisement. This they combine all what they learn together into their product. So this is where I showed this. We have designed this kind of electronic building system. We divided the whole system, like a cell phone, like Wi-Fi, everything into small pieces. So like the kids can build, connect as they want, everything. Maybe they can build a cell phone within 10 minutes. They can build a Wi-Fi router in 5 minutes. They can connect everything to control a home security system, to make the remote video. They build, not in other time, in the classroom. Because in China, we have to finish this one within the classroom time, 45 minutes only. So this is what our strategy, this Internet of Things. Then we should build, as we heard, the form, the product, how make it lovely. So we design our own pieces so that people can, colorful pieces, so the kids can connect and make the clothes like for their product. It looks fun. Here shows the clock, reverse time clock, a dinosaur with the clock, with the temperature, and even other things. What did they build? I don't know. They build their own. And finally, the kids will give the demo, use what they learned, the English literature or the Chinese literature, history, and take the photo and to show what they have done. And this one will keep online for 100 years. Even in 100 years, they will still know, oh, when I was a child, I made this thing with my first boyfriend, girlfriend. Yeah, this is our design. Same as a classroom, as education, this is serious. So we need to perform the evaluation system to see what comes out. So we defined 10 capability. So we see this hands-on capability, creativity capability, or not giving up, always constant, yeah, not giving up. Observation, self-confidence, and this is leadership, teamwork, also the public speaking and the sensitivity of beauty. So 10 kind of like capability. This shows primary school. we have totally gave 15 lessons. Each lesson was 45 minutes. After this one, we made a statistic. And I will show the last time this boys is in the blue or something like blue color, and the red, something red is girls. In the last sensitivity of beauty, you find what's wrong. It's interesting because after almost all the kids have over 15% increase of their capability. But the sensitivity of beauty, you see, the boys has on the much more progress than girls. Why, you know? Because normally in the daily life, the boys have lack of such kind of capability compared to the girls. Yeah. After our class, they say, oh, boys, many boys learned a lot of, oh, I have the sensitivity of the beauty. In the middle, you will find the leadership. Hey, the girls gained more progress in the leadership capability because normally the girls always stayed behind the boys. So during our class, in this course, we train the people, you train the teacher to gain the capability they not trained in the traditional classroom. This is a show I gave the class 5 years ago in the Cupertino Macaulay School. This is 32 students. We have each 16 team, each with 2 students, 1 boy, 1 girl. They will show, finally they have this picture with the whole teams here. We also showed the photos what's happened inside the classroom. You see, the classroom is totally a make space. They product sensing. They will even sit on the board. In the China, it's always the same. I just showed that China will have hundreds, many photos and videos here. So the people, boys and girls, hands to hands, yeah, produce the product, make product, and make their spirit, make their passion into their product to make it sing. Yeah. So this is my presentation. Thanks.
Thank you. Due to the time limit, we don't have a Q&A section, but we will present a small token to thank your effort and give a